Hello, hello, and welcome. Right, so we are at Mount Panorama on a public server. To make the announcement, just want to make sure that everybody can see audio and so on. I'm not seeing a picture. Okay, I think it's there. Testing 1, 2. Testing. Have we got something? Oh, I think I had it on mute. That's just bad news. But we do have good news. To circumvent that bad news, we have good news. Excellent news, in fact. Right, let me make sure. You can see a widget. You should see the new timing widget. I'm calling it purple. Purple time. There we go. You see O'Reilly at the bottom box, 204, and the tire widget. These are the two widgets that I have been working on. This is prototype code that I'm running. And the exciting news, exciting news is that I've given it a name. And created an open source repo on GitHub, and I've started pushing some code there. As I said, this is a prototype, so what I'm doing is I'm now starting again from scratch, coding from the beginning and starting to add the things, knowing that I've achieved this and that with the code base already in my prototype. So I've got something to look at, something to dive into when something's not working, because I've done certain things before. And once I've caught up and the main repo is then the main repo, I'll carry on from there and I'll start making widgets available so that you can use them as well. And the name that I've decided on is Rev 76. Rev 76. That's the name. For better or worse, that's the name. Hope you like it. If you go to GitHub and you search for Rev 76, you should find the code.
On the right. Dig on the right.
It doesn't do much yet. I created a console application. It's written in C#. I'm doing it in .NET 4.8 rather than .NET Core because it's lighter and I prefer it. Don't worry, .NET Framework will be around for at least another 5 to 10 years. Yeah, and if it doesn't, I'll always upgrade it to .NET Core. But, you know, do what you like, and I like .NET Framework. So I'm sticking there. It will run for you no matter what. I'm writing it in C#, although some bits just might be done in C++. We'll see. I'm going to look at the performance, and if I've got any bottlenecks, I'll move down to C++, write a few libraries, and see if I can improve things. And that's the good news. So the source code is starting on GitHub. That's good news number one. It has a name, Rev76. Good news number two. And number three is I've started Patreon page where well, so much for that. I'm not going as fast as I should be on those corners, so I am actually getting in people's way. But I'm not that fast on this track anyhow, so we'll see. Yeah, and the third thing is I've got a Patreon page where I used to do odds and ends, but now I'm dedicating it directly to and only to this project, Rev76. So if you think that these widgets might be something you want to use, you want to support me, get to my Patreon page. Otherwise, stay tuned to the source code and to these videos, and I'll talk more about the code. I'll bring the code up from time to time, those that are interested, and I'll take you through all the widgets and what I'm doing, and you can provide feedback and give some advice on what you'd like to see. And when I make it available, you can then start using it and do some testing and try it out and see if you like it. That's the news. I'm not going to be able to go out now. I shall get ready for the race, 15 minutes. Give myself a fighting chance. Right. Okay, so that's the news. You can stick around if you want to see the race. Otherwise, thank you for joining me. I don't think anyone's here live, though. But that's okay. Everything starts from nothing. Where do I see? There we go. Okay, I think I'm going to do this race, and then I think after that I'll tell you a little bit about the code and what I've got so far. I am ready. This is going to be rough. I hardly know this track, and I think my best time is like 2:06.9 or something, just under 2:07. So it's not going to be that pleasant for me. I'm starting 16th. Looks like 19 are in. Let's see if we can push ourselves up the order. Right, we're going to get onto the grid now. Drive. Okay, there we go. Let's see if this widget sort of helps out. I'll explain it for those that haven't seen it before. So right at the bottom, the purple, that's the purple sector for the race. Whoever sets that, it's currently set to a random guy in the beginning, right? You can see my position. I'm 16th. It shows the driver ahead and the driver behind, right? So it's purely a relative position. So it's showing your position and the guy before and behind, and their times and their gaps between them and you. And then it shows your delta. You can see the green at the moment. It's not a live delta. Gotta wait until we get an actual lap time before that really kicks in.
Car on the left. Clear on the left. Car on the left.
Okay, and you can see my purple is 00 time in the middle. That is for my best lap. So it's my best purple when I set it. So it's nice to be able to see what others are doing and what you are doing.
Clear on the left.
And then you'll see the little slots next to the delta green. Those slots hold 5 previous laps, and it shows you whether you have beaten your time or not. So it's comparing lap and lap before, and
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
so it gives you kind of a history, a live history of what's going on. What's nice to see there is that you're looking at. Whoa. Okay, that could have been worse. What you're going to be looking at is whether somebody is doing better or worse. And I've gone wide there. Better or worse per lap. So you'll see that unravel now. So let's that guy pass. I can't do anything about that. It also shows if you have an invalid lap, it'll go orange. If it's a slower lap than the prior lap, then it goes red or green.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
And purple if it's your fastest lap. So a lot of guys will set their purple lap. Whoop. I'm not seeing data changing as I'm expecting though. Not exactly getting the times for everything. To see number 16, position 16. I've got almost no data for that.
Clear on the right.
Now it's early days. It could be that I'm not getting the data or I've lost the connection to the UDP. But I think because I'm getting other kinds of data at the moment, I think it's got some missing data. But that's the whole point of this, is to do testing. I see the data has come for the guy in front of me now, 2:15.
Slow down.
Okay, you can see an orange lap there and a purple lap. Orange for the guy ahead, purple for me and the guy behind. But that's going to change now. See my delta's up, the guy behind, his delta's up. Oh! I need to pull to the side here. I've actually got an error, which is interesting. Haven't received this error before, so that's a good sign for the test. Pull away again. Okay, so that will be in my log file. I'll be able to have a look exactly what that problem was. But there is something odd going on because I'm not getting the information timely. I can see the updates for certain people are not accurate. But that's something the widget has to sort out. You'll see that it is trying to recover, which is one of the things I'm trying to do, is make sure that a UDP connection can be re-established and data can be attempted again. But Hodgson there, 32, when in fact it's a car 92 is really behind me. So I'm not getting an update on that data. Somebody hits that wall and you're following behind, it's going to take both of you out. Oh, that threw me there. That threw me. Oh dear. I was tracking his car. Right, so here I go. My delta's green. So if you can see the bars next to my name, I'm the purple 210. Last lap was a 237. I'm currently delta green. My last lap was a red, and there was a purple. And now I'm expecting it to be green. Now it shifts from left to right. I've done it like that, so your last lap is always closer to your name. Okay, let's have a look. So you should see it move now. Okay, so that's the fastest lap, so it went purple. Okay, and the purple went green. Right? Because because it recalculates again. So my purple was where the green is, but now it's the last lap. And in between, the red was slower than the green lap. The purple is faster than the red lap. Behind me is at 2 invalid laps. Last 2 laps have been invalid, but he had a purple before that. And he's currently doing better. His delta's green. .3 seconds behind me. One of the problems with getting the data from the game, sometimes you get a list of drivers, and on a public server, 2 of them may leave, disconnect. Maybe the guy that's behind you disconnects, and the data's sort of thrown about. It's very noisy. It can change all the time, and you've got to adjust your data. So one of the things I've got to do in the widget is ensure that that data is clean and refreshed, and I don't really have a strategy for that at the moment. At the moment, I'm just purely reading the data and displaying, but in the future, you can imagine I'm going to choose selectively whether I want to update that information or not. Sort of cache some stuff, not for too long, because that's going to be stale data, so you have to walk a line. And I've also got to pay more attention to whether I'm actually connected or not. There can be a few seconds where it disconnects, or I don't get data. Not usual though, not typical. Depends on load, traffic, and so on. So my best time is at 2:07.1. My delta's only slightly better.
Yellow flag accepted.
Okay, that did that corner a little bit better, so that's giving me a better time. Oh dear, but I'm going to lose it here. 2:06.3. Okay. Don't know how to take any of those corners yet. That's going to be some quiet practice. But this race is coming to an end now, 1 minute to go. And if you've made it all the way through, thank you very, very much. I hope that I'll see you in the GitHub repo or on Patreon or here in Twitch. Let's just finish the race. 10th place. No doing of my own, purely others doing damage to themselves. Poor guy hit the wall behind me, otherwise he was in for an overtake. Unlucky. You can see currently my delta 0.18. It's red. Guy behind me is red. Guy in front is green. I don't know, I find it very useful to know that sort of information, especially when you're racing in tight formation.
Yellow flag accepted.
Right, this will be the last lap. Is it finished? I never got any messaging or anything. So it must have. But yeah, there we go. That's just get out this car's way. That's it for me. Thank you very much. And I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.